It's fight day, UFC Freedom 250, and while I'm excited for a solid card, and I understand the time-honored connection between athletics, combat, and patriotism, I can't help but notice three business storylines that scream out louder than any of the promo. Welcome to another edition of Fight Night Thoughts by Watch the Ops. I'm Denzel Cadet, your host and the managing member of Cadet Legal. I'm an avid fight fan and I'm excited for the actual matchups on this card. But as a corporate transactional attorney who works in fintech and in corporate transactions, I can't help but notice these three storylines that are screaming out about this quote unquote patriotic nationalist event. The first one, as we mentioned, is that crypto is the real co-main. Now, I know that we have a great heavyweight title bout between Alex Poatan Pereira and Cyril Gane, but the real co-star here is crypto. Crypto.com, the UFC's longtime big sponsor, is not only co-sponsoring, co-presenting the new $1 million crypto bonus, but they're actually funding it, and it's going to be in the form of CRO tokens, which is the Crypto.com platform token. Now, we've talked a lot about the relationship between the UFC and various crypto platforms and crypto brands, and we've also talked about over the past several months the changes that the Trump administration has made, really over the last year, that the Trump administration has made in loosening crypto regulation, including the recent CFTC SEC joint report, as well as various accounting things. That's not the point here. You can check out those other videos to get more details about the law and regulations. The point here, one of the big stories is this promotion of crypto, this $1 million crypto bonus that's going to Fight of the Night and the various performance bonuses, which, if you think about it, also serves to promote crypto in general and warm up the market for crypto at a time when, not coincidentally, the UFC is leaning into crypto and the Trump administration, or at least the Trump family, is benefiting and leaning into crypto as well. So that's the first business storyline that we see. The second one has to do with media rights and licensing. So we've talked a lot about the Paramount Plus UFC deal for $7.7 billion. What's notable here, as is the case with many rights deals, when you have a distribution partner, you negotiate over what distribution channels are actually a part of that deal. It's something that we advise our own media rights and licensing clients when they enter transactions. It's not just about giving someone the right to distribute your product or your IP. It's also a question of how and where that's distributed, what channels, whether it's social media channels, or in this case, Paramount Plus versus CBS. And we see here that Paramount Plus has decided, although their deal allows for certain numbered events, the form of pay-per-views like this, to be broadcast on CBS on regular TV, they've chosen to keep this event behind a paywall. Now, when you think about the narrative that this is a celebration of America and it's a big opportunity to bring in the whole country, you would think that you go with the CBS route, but you see Paramount is keeping it on streaming. The reason is economics, right? Paramount has clearly decided that the extra eyeballs they would get from CBS distribution is not worth the additional subscriptions that they'll get from people who have to subscribe just so that they can catch these fights. And when you think about that $8 billion price tag for the deal, it makes sense that this distribution choice has taken place. But again, if this is an event for America, you would think that would cut towards using CBS and not just paywalling this behind Paramount Plus. I understand the business reasoning though. We've talked about the fintech angle. We've talked about the licensing and media rights angle. The last one, something that we deal with a lot with at Cadet Legal, is an M&A angle. In the backdrop of this Paramount Plus event, there is a Paramount Skydance, its parent, acquisition of WB Discovery that the Trump administration, the Trump DOJ, Department of Justice, approved for antitrust review, but that various states, including California and New York, are now challenging. That Paramount acquisition of another media company, of WB, that may actually be on hold even as this event is taking place. You have multiple interested parties to that transaction at this event. You have Paramount, of course. You have UFC, which, again, is a rights partner with Paramount, stands to benefit from various expansion deals of Paramount. And then you also have the White House, the DOJ, which has been very friendly when it comes to antitrust review of businesses that seem to be aligned with the administration's business interests. Although these are some great fights, and although the tradition of athletics and nationalism and patriotism, even during wartime, is time honored, the promo around this event and the storylines, I think we have to look a bit closer because as much as this is supposed to be about America's birthday, we see some very clear business storylines. What about you? What do you think? Do you think this is really about celebrating America, or is this really a business and political play? Lastly, what are your predictions for the card? Who do you have in the main and co-main? Who do you think will get fight of the night? In the main event, I think Ilya Topuria, as much as I love Justin Gaethje, is gonna finish Justin Gaethje in the third or the fourth. What's interesting is whether Justin is able to hurt Ilya. We haven't really seen someone with Justin's violence and striking power actually put it on Ilya. So I'd be interested to see if that happens, how Ilya responds, but I still think he gets it done and knocks out another legend before the final bell rings. In the co-main, we have a really interesting one that I'm a little torn about. I love Alex Pereira Poatan, but he has a real challenge going up in weight to a naturally bigger man who's also a great athlete and a natural striker, a kickboxer. So I'm going to pick Poatan to make history and become a 3-division champ, but I don't feel really strongly about this prediction because Cyril could really get this done. Speaking of the heavyweight division, you have Josh Hokit taking on one of my favorite, Derek Lewis, who unfortunately I think the UFC is serving up on a platter to Josh Hokit. This is a perfect setup for Josh Hokit with all his antics to emerge not only as a well-known name, but also to potentially line up a title shot. I think that Hokit of all the fighters is going to benefit the most personally from this card, but I do feel bad for Derek. You also have Michael Chandler against Mauricio Ruffy. I think that that'll be fight of the night, but I also feel bad for Chandler because he's getting knocked out. Ruffy's going to get him out of there. And when you think about Chandler going from being an eager participant in the Conor McGregor sweepstakes and waiting for that Conor McGregor red panty night check to now, although he gets to fight on this great White House card, he's, I think, being served up to be taken out. I do have that fight as fight of the night, but we'll see what happens. So what about you? Let me know in the comments. One, are you buying the narratives around this card, or is it really about business like we said? And two, who are your picks for main, co-main, and fight of the night? Take care, and remember to watch the ops.